Did you know that the last digit of your birth year could reveal a secret that could completely change your perception of life? That's right. Buddhist philosophy holds a surprising truth that few are aware of. Today, you're going to discover something you never imagined about this seemingly ordinary number. A number that actually hides a mystical power. Imagine if this simple digit could influence your luck, your spiritual path, and even your personal achievements. Sounds crazy? Get ready to be challenged. Because what we're about to reveal might be exactly what you needed to hear. And no, this isn't just another theory, we're talking about a profound truth that spans centuries of Buddhist wisdom. If you believe that nothing happens by chance, then you can't afford to miss a second of this video. The answer to many of your questions might be hiding in plain sight. Before we dive into this revealing journey, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, so you won't miss any content that could transform your life. Also, comment below with the mantra, "I attract prosperity and wisdom," to enhance the positive energies in your life. In Buddhist philosophy, number 0 represents the profound concept of emptiness, sunyata, a void that is paradoxically rich with boundless potential. Emptiness in this context is not an absence but rather a fertile ground, the source from which all things arise and return. In Buddhism, understanding and embracing emptiness is crucial for achieving wisdom and liberation, as it allows one to see beyond superficial appearances to the interconnected, ever-changing nature of all phenomena. The story of the Buddha's awakening, embracing emptiness. The Buddha's enlightenment story is an ideal illustration of the journey through emptiness. After years of seeking truth through various teachings and practices, Siddhartha Gautama sat under the Bodhi tree, determined not to move until he understood the ultimate reality. In the silence of deep meditation, he faced his attachments, fears, and desires, eventually arriving at a state of profound emptiness. Here, he realized that all phenomena are without a permanent self, existing in a state of interdependence and flux. This experience of emptiness became the foundation of his teachings, marking the beginning of Buddhism. He understood that clinging to identity, possessions, or ideas leads to suffering. By letting go and embracing the void, seeing things as they truly are without fixed identity, one can find peace and freedom. This insight emphasizes the potential within emptiness, for it allows one to let go of attachments and experience a life of compassion, wisdom, and boundless creativity. The paradox of emptiness and creation, the simile of the seed. Buddhism often uses the simile of the seed to explain the potentiality within emptiness. A seed, when buried in the soil, appears empty and dormant. However, within that emptiness lies the potential for growth, a tree, flowers, or fruit. The seed itself is a symbol of formless potential, much like 0, which can take on any number or value. In Buddhist thought, our minds are like seeds, holding the potential for enlightenment, kindness, or wisdom. Just as the seed must go through the dark, unseen process of germination to grow, we too must enter into the emptiness of meditation and introspection to unlock our inner potential. Embracing emptiness doesn't mean stagnation, rather, it is an essential process for growth and transformation, where we shed layers of ego and cultivate qualities that allow us to bloom spiritually. Buddhism. Number 1 symbolizes individuality, strength, and the pioneering spirit. It represents a powerful beginning and embodies the qualities of leadership and self-confidence. Those resonating with the energy of number 1 often display independence, vision, and a drive to pave their unique path. In the Buddhist tradition, individuality is not seen as a path to separation but as a way to cultivate inner strength and wisdom, eventually leading to the greater good of all beings. The Buddha's journey to enlightenment, a path of individuality and leadership. One of the most profound examples of individual strength and leadership in Buddhism is the Buddha's own journey. Born as Prince Siddhartha Gautama, he lived a life of luxury, shielded from the sufferings of the world. However, upon witnessing the realities of old age, illness, and death, he felt a deep calling to seek a solution to life's suffering. Despite his family's objections and the security of his princely life, Siddhartha left everything behind to embark on his quest for truth. Siddhartha's choice to leave his royal life demonstrated the qualities of number 1, courage, independence, and the determination to create a new path. His journey was not just for himself but eventually paved the way for countless others seeking liberation. This act of leaving a familiar world to forge his own path is a prime example of the pioneering spirit of number 1. His enlightenment and subsequent teaching were acts of profound leadership, providing a new spiritual direction for the world. Leadership with compassion, the story of King Ashoka. King Ashoka is another exemplary figure in Buddhist history, who embodied the qualities of number 1 through leadership and compassion. Originally a fierce warrior king, Ashoka expanded his empire through conquest. However, after witnessing the bloodshed of war, he experienced a profound transformation and turned to Buddhism. Ashoka used his influence to promote peace, compassion, and Dharma, righteousness, becoming a leader who served as a moral example for his people. Ashoka's leadership style transformed from one of dominance to one of service, demonstrating that true strength and confidence arise from compassion. He promoted policies for social welfare, established hospitals, and encouraged ethical behavior, leaving a lasting legacy of Buddhist values in his kingdom. Ashoka's story shows that individuality and leadership, when aligned with compassion, can create a positive impact on the world. This is the essence of number 1 in Buddhism, pioneering change with self-assurance and empathy. The lone path of the Arhat, seeking enlightenment alone. In Buddhist practice, the journey of the Arhat, one who has attained enlightenment, is another example of the energy of number 1. Unlike the Bodhisattva, who vows to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings, the Arhat's path is often seen as a more individualistic journey. The Arhat seeks personal liberation, pursuing enlightenment with a focused, solitary approach. This journey, while centered on the self, requires immense discipline and courage. The Arhat's path reminds us that the pursuit of enlightenment can be a deeply personal and inward journey. Although it is solitary, it contributes to the collective wisdom of humanity by showing that liberation is possible for all. This journey reflects the qualities of number 1, strength, focus, and the willingness to break away from the conventional to achieve a higher goal. Buddhism. Number 1 symbolizes individuality, strength, and the pioneering spirit. It represents a powerful beginning and embodies the qualities of leadership and self-confidence. Those resonating with the energy of number 1 often display independence, vision, and a drive to pave their unique path. In the Buddhist tradition, individuality is not seen as a path to separation but as a way to cultivate inner strength and wisdom, eventually leading to the greater good of all beings. The Buddha's journey to enlightenment, a path of individuality and leadership. One of the most profound examples of individual strength and leadership in Buddhism is the Buddha's own journey. Born as Prince Siddhartha Gautama, he lived a life of luxury, shielded from the sufferings of the world. However, upon witnessing the realities of old age, illness, and death, he felt a deep calling to seek a solution to life's suffering. Despite his family's objections and the security of his princely life, Siddhartha left everything behind to embark on his quest for truth. Siddhartha's choice to leave his royal life demonstrated the qualities of number 1, courage, independence, and the determination to create a new path. His journey was not just for himself but eventually paved the way for countless others seeking liberation. This act of leaving a familiar world to forge his own path is a prime example of the pioneering spirit of number 1. His enlightenment and subsequent teaching were acts of profound leadership, providing a new spiritual direction for the world. Leadership with compassion, the story of King Ashoka. King Ashoka is another exemplary figure in Buddhist history, who embodied the qualities of number 1 through leadership and compassion. Originally a fierce warrior king, Ashoka expanded his empire through conquest. However, after witnessing the bloodshed of war, he experienced a profound transformation and turned to Buddhism. Ashoka used his influence to promote peace, compassion, and Dharma, righteousness, becoming a leader who served as a moral example for his people. Ashoka's leadership style transformed from one of dominance to one of service, demonstrating that true strength and confidence arise from compassion. He promoted policies for social welfare, established hospitals, and encouraged ethical behavior, leaving a lasting legacy of Buddhist values in his kingdom. Ashoka's story shows that individuality and leadership, when aligned with compassion, can create a positive impact on the world. This is the essence of number 1 in Buddhism, pioneering change with self-assurance and empathy. The lone path of the Arhat, seeking enlightenment alone. In Buddhist practice, the journey of the Arhat, one who has attained enlightenment, is another example of the energy of number 1. Unlike the Bodhisattva, who vows to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings, the Arhat's path is often seen as a more individualistic journey. The Arhat seeks personal liberation, pursuing enlightenment with a focused, solitary approach. This journey, while centered on the self, requires immense discipline and courage. The Arhat's path reminds us that the pursuit of enlightenment can be a deeply personal and inward journey. Although it is solitary, it contributes to the collective wisdom of humanity by showing that liberation is possible for all. This journey reflects the qualities of number 1, strength, focus, and the willingness to break away from the conventional to achieve a higher goal. Individuality and non-attachment, balancing strength with compassion. In Buddhism, individuality is balanced with the understanding of non-self, anatta, the idea that there is no permanent, unchanging self. This teaching encourages individuals who resonate with number 1 to cultivate their strengths without becoming attached to ego. True individuality in Buddhism involves realizing one's potential while remaining humble and connected to others. For those with leadership qualities, Buddhism teaches the importance of leading with compassion rather than pride. This balance between self-confidence and selflessness is at the heart of Buddhist leadership. It encourages one to take initiative and make bold choices, but to do so with the intention of benefiting others, not solely for personal gain. Practical applications, practicing leadership in everyday life. For those who resonate with the energy of number 1, Buddhism offers guidance on how to apply leadership in daily life. Practices like right intention and right action, part of the Noble Eightfold Path, encourage individuals to lead with mindfulness and compassion. Right intention involves setting pure motivations, ensuring that one's actions serve the well-being of others. Right action encourages ethical behavior that reflects integrity and respect for all beings. For example, If one is in a position of authority at work, leading with the energy of number 1 means making decisions that prioritize honesty, fairness, and kindness. This aligns with Buddhist values, where leadership is not about dominance but about serving others with wisdom and empathy. Conclusion: embracing the path of individuality and leadership. The energy of number 1 in Buddhism teaches us that true strength lies in finding our unique path and courageously pursuing it. Not for self-glorification but as a way to uplift others. Through the Buddha's journey, King Ashoka's transformation, and the path of the Arhat, we see that individuality and leadership, when balanced with compassion, can bring about profound change. Those who embody this energy have the potential to become inspiring guides, showing others that inner strength and purpose can create a path of compassion and wisdom for the world. In Buddhist philosophy, number 2 represents balance and harmony, much like the concept of yin and yang in Eastern thought. This number embodies the unity between opposing forces, suggesting that dualities are not in conflict but are complementary and necessary for wholeness. Those who resonate with the energy of number 2 are often sensitive and empathetic, valuing peace and harmony in relationships and life. They naturally seek to mediate, bringing balance to situations and helping others find common ground. The Buddha and the Middle Way, the path of balance. A core teaching in Buddhism that exemplifies the spirit of number 2 is the Middle Way. This teaching emerged from the Buddha's personal experience of exploring extremes, first living in indulgent luxury as a prince, then practicing severe asceticism in search of enlightenment. He eventually realized that neither extreme led to lasting peace or wisdom. Instead, he discovered the middle way, a balanced approach that avoids both self-indulgence and self-denial, allowing one to live harmoniously within oneself and the world. This concept of the middle way is a perfect reflection of the energy of number 2, as it emphasizes the importance of balance in all aspects of life. It is through moderation, or the middle path, that one finds true peace and clarity. For those attuned to the number 2, the middle way serves as a reminder that harmony is found by avoiding extremes, both in thought and in action. The story of Ananda, compassionate balance in relationships. Ananda, one of the Buddha's closest disciples, exemplifies the qualities of number 2, sensitivity, empathy, and a dedication to harmony. Known for his kind heart and gentle nature, Ananda was deeply committed to helping others and ensuring peace within the monastic community. He played a key role as a mediator, often calming disputes and facilitating understanding among the monks. Ananda's empathy also led him to advocate for the inclusion of women in the Buddhist Sangha, as he felt compassion for their desire to follow the path of Dharma. His sensitivity to the needs of others and his dedication to harmony made him an essential part of the Buddha's community. Ananda's story demonstrates that those who resonate with the energy of number 2 can bring about profound positive change by fostering peace and balance in their relationships. The practice of compassionate listening, cultivating harmony. For those with the energy of number 2, compassionate listening is an essential practice that supports harmony in relationships. This form of listening, deeply valued in Buddhism, requires setting aside one's own judgments and being fully present to understand another person's perspective. By practicing compassionate listening, one fosters a sense of connection and understanding, reducing conflict and encouraging peaceful communication. In the story of the Buddha and the angry man, we see an example of this. One day, a man came to insult the Buddha, speaking harsh words out of anger. The Buddha, however, listened calmly, and did not react. When the man paused, the Buddha gently asked, If someone offers a gift but the other person refuses it, who does the gift belong to? The man responded, to the person who offered it. The Buddha then replied, I refuse to accept your anger. This story highlights how remaining balanced and calm in the face of negativity can create a space for peace and understanding, rather than conflict. In Buddhism, number 3 represents the harmony between body, mind, and spirit, forming a trinity that encourages balance, creativity, and self-expression. This number embodies the dynamic energy of individuals who are imaginative and eager to share their perspectives with others. Those attuned to the energy of number 3 are often drawn to creative pursuits and seek to express their thoughts, feelings, and insights in a way that uplifts and inspires. In Buddhist philosophy, self-expression is not about ego but about sharing one's inner wisdom and contributing to the collective journey toward enlightenment. The Buddha's teaching on the threefold training, cultivating body, speech, and mind. A central teaching in Buddhism that resonates with the qualities of number 3 is the threefold training, a practice that aligns body, speech, and mind in the pursuit of enlightenment. This training includes 1. Ethical conduct, sila, cultivating right speech, action, and livelihood. 2. Mental discipline, samadhi, developing concentration and mindfulness. 3. Wisdom, panna, attaining insight into the nature of reality. This structure teaches that by harmonizing these 3 aspects, one can live a balanced, meaningful life that benefits oneself and others. Just as the number 3 promotes self-expression, the threefold training guides individuals to express themselves ethically, mindfully, and with wisdom. It shows that true creativity emerges from a mind that is free from attachments and rooted in compassion. The lotus flower, rising above to express inner beauty. The lotus flower is a powerful symbol in Buddhism that embodies the spirit of number 3. A lotus grows from the mud, rises through the water, and blooms in the sunlight, symbolizing the journey from darkness to enlightenment. The 3 stages of the lotus, rooted in the earth, rising through water, and blossoming in the air, reflect the harmony of body, mind, and spirit. The lotus reminds us that creative expression often comes from overcoming challenges, just as the flower rises from the mud to reveal its beauty. Individuals who resonate with number 3 often draw inspiration from their life experiences, transforming difficulties into insights that benefit others. The lotus flower teaches that true beauty and expression emerge when one is grounded, persistent, and open to growth. The creative spirit of Thich Nhat Hanh, expressing wisdom through poetry and prose. Thich Nhat Hanh, a renowned Vietnamese Zen master, is a remarkable example of someone who embodied the energy of number 3 through his creative spirit. He used poetry and prose to convey deep spiritual truths in ways that were accessible and inspiring. His teachings were filled with simple yet profound insights on mindfulness, compassion, and interconnectedness, and he expressed them in ways that touched people's hearts. Thich Nhat Hanh's writings are a testament to the Buddhist idea of skillful means, adapting teachings to reach others. His creativity helped bring Buddhist wisdom to a global audience, offering guidance that resonated with individuals from all walks of life. Through his words, Thich Nhat Hanh showed that creative expression can be a form of spiritual practice, reflecting the harmony of body, mind, and spirit in each line of poetry and each word of wisdom. Expressing compassion through right speech, the practice of skillful communication. In Buddhism, right speech is a practice within the Noble Eightfold Path that emphasizes speaking truthfully, kindly, and in ways that promote harmony. For those with the energy of number 3, right speech is a powerful way to express oneself while uplifting others. It encourages individuals to communicate thoughtfully, recognizing that words have the power to heal or harm. The story of the Buddha and the quarrelsome monks illustrates the power of right speech. When the Buddha encountered a group of monks arguing, he reminded them of the importance of speaking mindfully and compassionately. By using skillful words, he was able to resolve their conflict and restore harmony in the community. This story reflects how creativity in expression, when grounded in compassion and awareness, can transform even tense situations into moments of peace and understanding. The role of art and meditation in self-expression. For those connected to the energy of number 3, artistic pursuits such as calligraphy, painting, and even the creation of Zen gardens can serve as powerful forms of self-expression and spiritual practice. In Zen Buddhism, calligraphy is highly regarded, not only as an art form but as a meditative practice that requires focus, discipline, and presence. The act of creating something with mindfulness and intention, whether a brushstroke in calligraphy or a carefully raked line in a Zen garden, reflects the harmonious alignment of body, mind, and spirit. Zen monks often describe their creative activities as expressions of their inner state, revealing their tranquility, clarity, and connection to the present moment. Through these practices, individuals with the energy of number 3 can explore and express their inner world, offering a glimpse of their insights and state of mind. Metta bhavana, loving kindness meditation, expressing compassion through intention. Metta bhavana, or loving kindness meditation, is another practice that resonates with the energy of number 3. This meditation involves sending positive thoughts and intentions to oneself and others, fostering a sense of connection and compassion. Metta bhavana is a form of expression that goes beyond words, allowing practitioners to communicate kindness through their intentions. By practicing metta bhavana, individuals can cultivate a compassionate and expressive heart, sharing goodwill and positivity with the world. This practice encourages one to embrace others with kindness, bridging differences and creating bonds of understanding. For those attuned to number 3, loving kindness meditation is a reminder that true expression is not only about words or art but also about the intentions we hold for others. The wisdom of storytelling, sharing lessons through narrative. Buddhist teachings are often passed down through stories and parables that contain layers of meaning. Jotaka tales, for instance, recount the past lives of the Buddha, highlighting moral lessons and insights. These stories serve as creative expressions of Buddhist wisdom, offering guidance in ways that resonate with people on a deeper, emotional level. One famous Jotaka tale, The Monkey King, tells of a time when the Buddha was born as a monkey king, to save his troop from a human king who sought to capture them. The monkey king used his body to form a bridge, sacrificing himself for their safety. This story illustrates compassion, leadership, and sacrifice. And through it, the Buddha expressed important values that continue to inspire followers today. Storytelling, in this way, becomes a medium for teaching and self-expression, allowing complex lessons to be communicated with creativity and simplicity. Conclusion: embracing creativity and expression in everyday life. The energy of number 3 in Buddhism encourages individuals to find harmony within themselves, and express it through words, art, and compassionate actions. Through practices like right speech, metta bhavana, and artistic pursuits, Those who embody this energy can share their inner light with the world, inspiring others and contributing to a collective path of growth and understanding. Just as the Buddha used stories, Thich Nhat Hanh used poetry, and Zen monks create calligraphy, those with the energy of number 3 are called to use their creativity as a means of connection, expression, and enlightenment. In this way, they fulfill the Buddhist vision of embodying body, mind, and spirit in balance, and sharing that harmony with the world. Number 4, symbol of order and stability. In Buddhism, the concept of stability is deeply intertwined with the natural elements, earth, water, fire, and air. These elements signify the foundation of existence and the balance necessary for harmony in life. The number 4 is a representation of this grounding force, embodying principles of organization, steadfastness, and the pursuit of a solid foundation in one's life. Individuals born in a year ending in 4 are often seen as reliable, disciplined, and dedicated to establishing a stable environment around them. Famous Buddhist stories reflecting stability. 1. The Four Noble Truths. At the core of Buddhist teachings are the Four Noble Truths, which provide profound insights into the nature of suffering and the path to liberation. This foundational teaching explains that suffering is an intrinsic part of life, the first truth. That it arises from attachment and desire, the second truth. That it can be overcome, the third truth. And that there is a path leading to the cessation of suffering, the fourth truth. This framework encourages practitioners to establish a stable and clear understanding of their experiences, paving the way for inner peace and resilience. 2. The parable of the two arrows. In this teaching, the Buddha illustrates how we often suffer not only from the initial pain of an experience, the first arrow, but also from our reactions to that pain, the second arrow. This story highlights the importance of cultivating a stable mind to respond wisely to life's challenges. By understanding our thoughts and emotions and not allowing them to dictate our actions, we can achieve a more stable and peaceful existence. 3. The legend of the Bodhi tree. The Bodhi tree, under which the Buddha attained enlightenment, symbolizes deep roots and stability. This story serves as a reminder of the importance of finding a solid ground in our spiritual practice. Just as the Bodhi tree stands firm and nourishes life around it, individuals are encouraged to cultivate their spiritual practices, drawing strength from their beliefs and values to weather life's storms. 4. The teachings of the Buddha on mindfulness. In various sutras, the Buddha emphasizes mindfulness as a means to achieve stability. By being present and fully engaged in each moment, practitioners can create a sense of order in their lives. Mindfulness helps to anchor the mind, reducing the chaos of distracting thoughts and fostering a peaceful state of being. This teaching is particularly relevant in today's fast-paced world, where stability is often challenged by external circumstances. 5. The story of King Ashoka. King Ashoka, one of the greatest rulers in Indian history, converted to Buddhism after witnessing the horrors of war. His journey reflects the transformation from chaos to stability. After embracing the Buddha's teachings, he dedicated his reign to promoting peace, non-violence, and the welfare of his subjects. His story exemplifies how the principles of Buddhism can lead to a stable society grounded in compassion and understanding. Conclusion: the symbolism of the number 4 in Buddhism serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of stability and order in our lives. By reflecting on these stories and teachings, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of how to create a solid foundation for ourselves and those around us. Embracing the elements of stability can lead us on a path toward inner peace and harmony. guiding us through the complexities of existence with grace and strength. In Buddhism, the number 5 embodies the spirit of freedom and the innate desire for exploration. This number is often associated with the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space, as well as the 5 senses, which highlight the importance of experiencing life in its fullness. Individuals born in a year ending in 5 are often seen as adventurous and open-minded, with a strong inclination towards seeking new experiences and personal growth. They are encouraged to embrace their curiosity and cultivate a deeper understanding of the world around them. Famous Buddhist stories reflecting freedom and adventure. 1. The story of Siddhartha's journey, the life of Siddhartha Gautama, who became the Buddha, is a profound example of the quest for freedom and enlightenment. Siddhartha grew up in luxury, shielded from the suffering of the world. However, upon encountering old age, sickness, and death, he felt an irresistible urge to explore the truth of existence beyond his sheltered life. His journey of renunciation, meditation, and ultimate enlightenment under the Bodhi tree showcases the transformative power of adventure in the pursuit of freedom from ignorance and suffering. This story inspires us to seek our truth, no matter how challenging the journey may be. 2. The parable of the water snake. This parable illustrates the importance of understanding and exploration in the spiritual journey. The Buddha compares the teachings to a water snake, which can be helpful if grasped correctly but can cause harm if misused. The story emphasizes the need for careful exploration of teachings and practices rather than blindly following them. It encourages practitioners to dive deep into their understanding, reminding them that true freedom comes from knowledge and wisdom. 3. The tale of Milarepa. Milarepa, a renowned Tibetan yogi and poet, exemplifies the spirit of adventure and transformation. After leading a life filled with dark deeds, he sought redemption through rigorous training in the mountains. Milarepa's journey to enlightenment was fraught with challenges, including extreme hardships and rigorous meditation practices. His story highlights that freedom is not just about external adventures but also about inner exploration and the pursuit of spiritual liberation. Milarepa's poems and teachings continue to inspire seekers to embark on their unique journeys toward self-realization. 4. The 4 directions. In some Buddhist traditions, the concept of the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west, symbolizes the idea of exploration and the limitless nature of existence. Each direction represents different aspects of life and different paths of learning. The Buddha often encouraged his followers to explore these paths, leading to a more profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. This teaching promotes the idea that freedom lies in the ability to choose one's path and learn from various experiences. 5. The journey of the Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva path embodies the spirit of adventure and selfless exploration. A Bodhisattva is someone who seeks enlightenment not only for themselves but also for all sentient beings. This journey requires immense courage, compassion, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. The stories of various bodhisattvas, such as Avalokitesvara, highlight their adventures in helping others, overcoming obstacles, and bringing wisdom to those in need. Their journeys remind us that true freedom involves a commitment to serving others and understanding the interconnectedness of all life. Conclusion: the symbolism of the number 5 in Buddhism resonates with the themes of freedom, adventure, and exploration. Through the stories of Siddhartha's transformative journey, Milarepa's quest for redemption, and the teachings of the Bodhisattva path, we are reminded of the importance of seeking knowledge, embracing experiences, and understanding our interconnectedness with others. The freedom to explore, learn, and grow is a fundamental aspect of the Buddhist journey, encouraging us to venture beyond our comfort zones in search of truth and enlightenment. Embracing this adventurous spirit can lead to profound personal transformation and a deeper understanding of the world around us. Number 6, symbol of love and service. In Buddhism, the number 6 represents love, compassion, and the selfless act of serving others. It embodies the essence of caring for one another and the importance of community and connection. Individuals born in a year ending in 6 are often seen as nurturing, devoted, and deeply empathetic. They are driven by a desire to help others, and to create harmonious relationships. This inclination towards service is a core principle in Buddhist teachings, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all beings and the importance of acting with kindness and compassion. Famous Buddhist stories reflecting love and service. 1. The story of the Good Samaritan, although not originally a Buddhist tale. The story of the Good Samaritan aligns closely with Buddhist values of compassion and service. In this parable, a traveler is attacked and left for dead by the roadside. Many pass by without helping, but a Samaritan stops to care for him, demonstrating that true compassion transcends social boundaries and prejudices. This story illustrates the importance of serving others without expectation, reminding us that love is an action that can transform lives. 2. The Bodhisattva ideal. The Bodhisattva path is a central tenet in Mahayana Buddhism, representing the ultimate expression of love and service. A Bodhisattva is someone who has attained enlightenment but chooses to remain in the cycle of rebirth to assist others in achieving liberation. This selfless commitment to the welfare of all beings reflects the profound love and compassion at the heart of Buddhist teachings. Stories of Bodhisattvas, such as Avalokitesvara, who embodies infinite compassion, inspire countless individuals to dedicate their lives to serving others. 3. The tale of the Buddha and the hungry ghosts. In this story, the Buddha encounters a group of hungry ghosts suffering from insatiable hunger. Rather than scaring them away, he shows compassion, and teaches them the importance of generosity and love. By sharing food, and teaching the value of giving, the Buddha helps alleviate their suffering. This narrative highlights the significance of compassion in action and demonstrates how acts of service can help others overcome their difficulties. 4. The parable of the 2 monks. In this teaching, 2 monks are traveling together when they come across a woman struggling to cross a river. One monk helps her across, while the other criticizes him for touching a woman. Later, the second monk expresses his discontent, and the first monk responds, "I left her by the river, you are still carrying her." This story emphasizes the importance of living in the moment and acting with compassion rather than being bogged down by rigid rules. It teaches that true love and service come from understanding the needs of others and responding with kindness. 5. The story of the Buddha's compassion for animals. The Buddha is often depicted as a protector of all living beings, including animals. One story tells of how he stopped a man from killing a bird, teaching him the value of all life, and the importance of compassion towards even the smallest creatures. This story illustrates the expansive nature of love and service in Buddhism, extending beyond human relationships to encompass all sentient beings. It encourages practitioners to reflect on how their actions affect the wider community and the natural world. Conclusion: the symbolism of the number 6 in Buddhism resonates deeply with the themes of love and service. Through stories of compassion, such as the Bodhisattva ideal and the Good Samaritan, We are reminded of the profound impact that caring for others can have on our lives and the lives of those around us. These narratives encourage us to cultivate love and empathy, to serve selflessly, and to recognize the interconnectedness of all beings. By embodying the principles of love and service, we can contribute to a more compassionate world, fostering harmony and understanding in our communities. Embracing this path not only enriches our lives but also inspires others to join in the journey of love and service. Number 7, symbol of spirituality and introspection. In Buddhism, the number 7 represents a deep connection to spiritual understanding and the pursuit of profound meaning in life. This number is often associated with the 7 factors of enlightenment: mindfulness, investigation, energy, joy, tranquility, concentration, and equanimity. Individuals born in a year ending in 7 are typically seen as reflective, thoughtful, and deeply engaged in exploring philosophical and spiritual concepts. Their inclination towards introspection allows them to seek a greater understanding of themselves and their place in the universe. Famous Buddhist stories reflecting spirituality and introspection. 1. The story of Siddhartha's awakening, the journey of Siddhartha Gautama, who became the Buddha, is perhaps the most compelling illustration of the quest for spiritual understanding. After years of ascetic practice and self-denial, Siddhartha sat under the Bodhi tree, vowing not to rise until he attained enlightenment. This moment of profound introspection led to his awakening, where he realized the nature of suffering and the path to liberation. His experience highlights the significance of inner exploration and the quest for meaning in life, encouraging us to engage deeply with our spiritual journeys. 2. The parable of the blind men and the elephant. This well-known parable serves as a metaphor for understanding the limitations of perspective and the importance of seeking deeper truths. In this story, a group of blind men each touches a different part of an elephant, and describes it based on their limited experience. The Buddha uses this story to illustrate how individuals can perceive reality differently based on their experiences, emphasizing the need for introspection and broader understanding to grasp the nature of existence fully. It teaches us that true understanding often requires looking beyond surface appearances and seeking deeper insights. 3. The tale of the 3 poisons. In Buddhist teachings, the 3 poisons, ignorance, attachment, and aversion, are fundamental obstacles to enlightenment. A story that illustrates this concept involves a practitioner who learns to recognize these poisons within themselves through introspection. By reflecting on their thoughts and actions, they begin to understand how these poisons manifest in their lives. This awareness allows them to cultivate wisdom and compassion, leading to spiritual growth. The story emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and the need to confront one's inner obstacles to attain deeper spiritual understanding. 4. The journey of the Zen master. A Zen master once told his students that to understand the nature of reality, they must first look within themselves. He instructed them to meditate on their thoughts and feelings, encouraging them to explore the depths of their consciousness. One student, deeply moved by this practice, experienced a profound insight into the interconnectedness of all life. This moment of realization not only transformed his understanding of himself but also deepened his compassion for others. This story highlights the importance of introspection and spiritual inquiry as pathways to enlightenment. 5. The story of Milarepa's trials. Milarepa, the Tibetan yogi, faced many challenges on his path to enlightenment. After years of suffering and misdeeds, he sought redemption through rigorous meditation and introspection in the mountains. His encounters with various demons and obstacles were not just external battles but also reflections of his inner struggles. Through these trials, Milarepa learned valuable lessons about compassion, love, and the nature of suffering. His journey underscores the significance of facing one's inner turmoil and using those experiences as opportunities for growth and spiritual understanding. Conclusion: the symbolism of the number 7 in Buddhism resonates with the themes of spirituality and introspection. Through stories of Siddhartha's awakening, the parable of the blind men, and the trials of Milarepa, we are reminded of the importance of delving deeply into our inner lives and seeking profound understanding. These narratives encourage us to engage in self-reflection, cultivate mindfulness, and explore the philosophical questions that shape our existence. By embracing the principles of spirituality and introspection, we can foster personal growth, deepen our connections with others, and uncover the profound truths that lie within our own hearts. Ultimately, the journey of understanding leads us closer to enlightenment and a richer experience of life. Number 8, symbol of balance between the material and spiritual worlds. In Buddhism, the number 8 represents the delicate equilibrium between the material and spiritual realms. This balance is vital for leading a fulfilling life, as it allows individuals to pursue their ambitions while remaining grounded in ethical and spiritual values. Those born in a year ending in 8 are often seen as ambitious, capable leaders with a strong desire to achieve success. Their journey often involves integrating their aspirations with a deeper understanding of life's spiritual dimensions. Famous Buddhist stories reflecting balance and ambition. 1. The Eightfold Path. Central to Buddhist teachings is the Eightfold Path, which outlines a practical guide for ethical and mental development leading to enlightenment. This path consists of right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Each aspect represents a balance between material actions and spiritual growth. By following the Eightfold Path, practitioners can cultivate success in their endeavors while remaining aligned with their moral and spiritual values, demonstrating that ambition can coexist with mindfulness and compassion. 2. The story of King Ashoka. King Ashoka, one of India's most renowned rulers, exemplified the balance between material power and spiritual insight. After witnessing the devastation of war, he embraced Buddhism and transformed his kingdom into a model of peace and compassion. Ashoka's reign is a testament to how ambition can be channeled toward the greater good. He built hospitals, universities, and stupas, promoting the welfare of his subjects while embodying the principles of Buddhism. His legacy illustrates that true success lies in using one's power and resources for the benefit of all. (3) The Parable of the Two Wolves. This story illustrates the internal struggle between our ambitions and our moral values. A grandfather tells his grandson about the two wolves fighting inside everyone, one representing anger, jealousy, and greed, and the other embodying love, kindness, and compassion. The wolf that wins is the one you feed. This parable highlights the importance of balancing our ambitions with our ethical values, emphasizing that our choices shape our character and determine our path in life. 4. The story of the wealthy merchant. In this tale, a wealthy merchant is known for his greed and material pursuits. However, after a chance encounter with a monk, he begins to reflect on his life choices. The monk teaches him that true wealth comes from generosity and compassion, not just material possessions. Inspired, the merchant starts to use his resources to help others, finding fulfillment in giving rather than accumulating wealth. This story illustrates the transformation that can occur when one learns to balance material ambitions with spiritual generosity. 5. The journey of the Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva path emphasizes the balance between personal ambition and altruism. A Bodhisattva seeks enlightenment not only for themselves but also for all sentient beings. This journey often requires navigating the complexities of the material world while maintaining a commitment to spiritual growth and compassion. Stories of bodhisattvas demonstrate that true leadership involves guiding others while striving for personal enlightenment, illustrating how ambition can be harmonized with selfless service. Conclusion: the symbolism of the number 8 in Buddhism emphasizes the importance of achieving balance between the material and spiritual aspects of life. Through teachings like the Eightfold Path and stories of figures like King Ashoka and the wealthy merchant, we see that ambition can be a powerful force for good when aligned with ethical and spiritual values. These narratives encourage us to pursue our goals while remaining grounded in compassion and mindfulness. By fostering this balance, we can achieve success not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of our communities and the world around us. Ultimately, embracing the principles of balance allows us to lead fulfilling lives that honor both our aspirations and our deeper spiritual commitments. Number 9, symbol of fulfillment and compassion. In Buddhist culture and philosophy, the number 9 carries a profound meaning, not just as a numeral but as a symbol of compassion and the mission to serve humanity. Those born in years ending with the digit 9 often possess a humanitarian spirit, lofty ideals, and a desire to contribute to the community. This reflects one of the core teachings of Buddhism, the connection and support among individuals. Famous story, Venerable Ananda and compassion. One of the famous stories in Buddhism about compassion is the tale of Venerable Ananda. He is known for his boundless compassion and sacrifice for the benefit of sentient beings. Once, while he was traveling in a village, a woman who was grieving the loss of her child came to seek help. Even though he was in a deep meditative state, he immediately left his meditation to comfort and assist her. He not only listened to her pain, but also guided her through teachings on compassion, advising her to remember that all loss is part of the cycle of birth and death, and that compassion is the best way to overcome suffering. This story not only illustrates Venerable Ananda's compassion but also conveys the message that true fulfillment and happiness come from serving and helping others. Another story, the Buddha and compassion. Another famous story is when the Buddha encountered a beggar. The Buddha not only gave the person some food but also used his words to teach him about the value of compassion. He advised that happiness comes not just from receiving but also from giving. He said, "Open your heart, and you will see that giving brings greater joy than receiving." This story shows that the number 9, with its meaning of fulfillment, also reflects an important lesson in Buddhism. Compassion is not just an action, but an attitude toward life. Conclusion: from a Buddhist perspective, the number 9 is not just a numeral but a symbol of fulfillment and compassion. Stories like those of Venerable Ananda and the Buddha not only encourage us to live with compassion, but also remind us that serving humanity is the path to true happiness. Now that you've uncovered the profound meanings behind the last digit of your birth year, it's time to reflect on how this wisdom can be applied to your personal life. Each number carries a unique energy that directly influences your being, your choices, and the challenges you face. Consider the recurring situations in your life, your patterns, successes, and difficulties. By understanding the significance of your number, You can begin to see how it shapes your journey and serves as a powerful tool for self-knowledge and growth. As you embrace this knowledge, remember to harmonize it with spiritual practices and mantras that enhance your qualities and bring balance to your life. Incorporating meditation, visualization, and the repetition of specific mantras can align you with your numbers energy, and help you manifest your desires in a harmonious way. If you enjoyed this video and want to continue exploring how Buddhist wisdom can influence your life, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps spread these enlightening messages and fosters a community dedicated to self-knowledge and spiritual growth. And remember to comment below with the mantra, "I attract prosperity and wisdom." By doing this, you reinforce your intention to live in harmony with the energies around you and attract positive transformations into your life.